Hey, greetings from Texas. I'm out here today. I'm going to try out this NATO cook kit from sportsmansguide.com. It was $14.95 with my Buyers Club membership, and I thought I'd try it out today. The mess kit is half Swedish, which is the good part of the stove. The kind of the Svea alcohol stove. It comes with an alcohol bottle or a fuel bottle. I'm just using rubbing alcohol because you can get it really cheap. Alcohol's, you buy it at the dollar store for $1, so it's a cheap fuel, and if it spills, it's not as much of a mess as regular stove fuel. So the windscreen, that is Swiss. The bottle's Swiss. You can tell it has 3 crowns, and the Svea alcohol stove. And these themselves, I think, are worth 14 bucks. Anyway, the Swedish mess kit is a little bit more expensive. It's harder to get a hold of. The way you can tell the Hungarian, it's going to have 4 rivets here. This bell type handle, and this little bail strap here. So that's basically how you can tell. This is probably a 70s vintage thing, and it comes with, I think this is about a 1.5 liter pot, and either a plate or a fry pan, whatever you want to use it for. So I'm going to try to cook a meal here from scratch, a little simple beef stew, and kind of show you how this goes. Alright, let's get the, I already filled this up with fuel, so you just dump your fuel in here. It's kind of self-regulating. Flame will start coming out of these little jets. So let's let that get going, and I'll start prepping the beef stew. This is aluminum. Aluminum is toxic, so I avoid using metal utensils. This is just a wood spoon. You can get a whole set of these at a dollar store, and if you need to pack it down, you could always cut this handle off. But that way you prevent from scraping fragments of aluminum, getting that in your food, which is toxic. And if you're not familiar, I know from being in law enforcement and being a welder that aluminum is a deadly poison. Pure aluminum, if you want to kill somebody, that would be the way to go. It's 100% fatal. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up some meat here. So the smaller you make your vegetables and things, the quicker they're going to cook. A thing of the past in the military with the advent of MREs. There's just no more need to actually cook in the field. You typically get your MRE meals, and every once in a while, hopefully you'll be able to get to a field kitchen. All right, so we got garlic, we got some small potatoes, onion, it's been raining here a lot in Texas, so we have a lot of no-see-ums. For seasoning, I'm just using salt and pepper and some ketchup packs. Usually when I'm on a motorcycle trip, if I stop somewhere, I'll snag some condiments. things that I could use in camp. I'll be taking off in a couple weeks into Colorado, New Mexico on my Ural. The carrots are the things that are going to take the longest to cook. Alright, so let's flour up our beef. I also have some green onion and canned mushrooms. The thing about the canned mushrooms is you can eat them right out of the can if you want. You don't have to waste time cooking them. Ziploc bags are always great. I'm going to brown the meat. I'm going to go ahead and just brown it in here. Get some olive oil. Aluminum's kind of hard to cook with, especially if you're doing stuff like eggs. It's not very good with the heat, and so if you cook stuff like eggs, it tends to stick in the pan. I always kind of poach eggs. If you learn how to poach an egg, you can have yolky eggs when you're out in the field. Okay, I mean the stove's not even up to its full potential yet, but you can already hear the oil going. Let's brown up this beef. I love the Trangia stove concept. If you can get one for that cheap, it's just worth having. Even just throw it in your shit hit the fan gear or whatever. Everybody usually has alcohol, and it's really cheap, and it stores forever basically. Kind of give you a little look into the pan here. It's browning up nicely. And once we introduce the liquid and the vegetables and things, it's going to deglaze that pan. So let's go ahead and throw our garlic in. Get our aromatics in there. Yellow onion. The carrots. I'll hold off on the potato. Smoked Himalayan rock salt. This is stuff I smoked myself. In my smoker, it's real easy to do. And then pepper. Okay, I'm going to let this go for about another minute or so. Smells good. Alright, let's add some more ingredients. These tomatoes will hopefully come apart, add some tomatoey flavor. Okay, let's add some mushroom. Let's go ahead and utilize the water in the can. And I'm just going to do about half a can of that. Could save that in the morning for an omelet or something. Alright, so we want to add a little bit of water. Cover this dude and then let's get it up to boil, and I'll let you know how long it takes to boil from this point. Okay, it's been exactly 5 minutes, and let's take a look. You can see we have a boil going. So I'm going to cover it and then let it cook for 15 minutes. But before I do that, let's go ahead and Add the ketchup. Kind of keep an eye on it, make sure you have enough water in it. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 10 minutes for right now. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Kind of give you a look at what's going on. You can see it's thickened up quite a bit. So I'm going to cook it 5 more minutes with the top off. Let that gravy thicken up a little bit. A bit more salt. And a little bit more pepper. Just a little note, I did run out of fuel. I had, the stove was about 3/4 full. And it ran out with about 4 minutes left on the clock, so I think it went a total of about 15-20 minutes. Of course, when you have a stew, you know, it's going to take longer than other dishes to cook. Okay, it's been 5 minutes uncovered. That's where they are, and I poked the carrots and the potatoes, and they were easily pierced. So I'm going to take it off the fire. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Let's try it out. It's hot but good, but I mean, if you could cook something like this with a $15 mess kit, I think it's well worth it. You know, if you're a backpacker, it may not be the best option if you're concerned with weight, but if you motorcycle camp like I do, this is more than adequate. Right, well, I'm going to finish the stew. Hope it gives you an idea, if not a recipe. Shows you how easy it is to make stew from scratch. There's no reason you got to eat out of cans. Again, appreciate you watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any ideas or there's something you'd like to see in regards to camping or motorcycle camping, just leave a comment. All right, thanks for watching.